from GameTrekker. All right? So everyone please listen up. For those who don't know, GameTrekker has been literally consistently supporting Street Fighter 6 since the day the game came out. Every single Street Fighter 6 stream I have played, he has supported. He tipped every time. Crazy. He didn't miss a single one, right? Now, early on in the life cycle of Street Fighter 6, you know, June and July, he was giving me all kinds of gameplay tips. He's the one who explained to me how various gameplay mechanics actually worked, which I didn't understand. He's the one that, as I was getting better with certain characters, he would explain various little nuances of the character and ways to improve and things like that. All right? So he's been a critical part of these streams of Street Fighter 6. He's been a critical supporter and component of me playing the game as much as I did. In addition, for those who don't know, he's always been a supporter of my streams. I mean, I remember last year, was it, or the year before, I was playing Hades, and he showed up for every Hades stream and supported and was giving me tips in that. So he's been around for a while as a very positive part of the community, okay? So here's an announcement, all right? I'm going to read it word for word so you guys get it right from him, not from me trying to translate, but I'm actually going to read his messages word from word this morning. Okay, so here we go. Hey everyone, I have some bittersweet things to say today. I've already sent Phil an email about this, so he knew that this was coming. I've been considering this for a couple of weeks, when it would be the best time to step away from my engagement with Phil's streams, and I eventually settled on today. Basically, my life this year has not gone the way that I wanted it to. It's not a problem with money or trolls, it has to do with my responsibilities. My work has just become more and more busy. Plus, I've been needing to give support to an increasing number of people in my life, on top of my own health not being at its best at this very moment. As a result, I've ended up with very little time to watch Phil's content at all, and I'm seeing the signs that I need to commit to a shift in focus. Okay? That was part 1. Now we're going to read part 2. I've already made arrangements to pass the torch of counting Phil's fighting game wins and losses to a different fan of his who prefers not to be named. As for my tips, well, you know, there may be times in the future when I'll have something to say, and I'd like to see Phil respond on his podcast, for instance, but it's true, generally you will not be seeing me anymore, at least for the time being. I've greatly enjoyed contributing to these streams with my tips and tips, meaning financial and tips about the game as well. But nothing in life lasts forever, and I've been reminded of this a lot recently. That said, I've always been a fan of Phil's, and I still hope that someday my life will calm down and I can come back reliably and chill with all of you. And I know that at whatever time that does eventually happen, he'll still be here making content. So there you go. So rather than just disappearing, which by the way, I will say this, that was nice of GameTrekker to write everyone a message, because there's been people over the years who supported me, and they moved on. And that's perfectly fine. That happens to everyone, right? But in a case like GameTrekker, where he's been here consistently for every Street Fighter stream, he's had so many things to add. He's had tips and things for me to learn the game. You know, people might say, well, whatever happened to him, right? Is he all right? Is he alive? Did he move on? What happened? In this case, he opted to actually write a personal message to everyone so that everyone knows what's going on with him, right? And the thing is, something like this happens literally every day. Literally, every single day, this kind of thing happens where people say, I can't do it anymore, whether it's I can't watch the streams anymore. You know, for me, I'll be honest, when I was younger, I used to be a humongous fan of the Angry Video Game Nerd and the Nostalgia Critic, okay? And then, basically, when I got to a point in my life where it was like, well, I'm making my own content now. I'm too busy to be watching their content constantly. And I used to be a big proponent and supporter, and, you know, now, you know what? It's time to move on, and I did, you know, and that's fine. That was my personal thing, because I just didn't have time to watch. I wanted to make my own content for YouTube, and I didn't have real time to watch all of theirs anymore, nor did I want to, because I was afraid if I watched too much others' content, it would influence mine, you see? So, I get it. Things in life change. Priorities shuffle around. And I'm happy to have entertained GameTrekker for as long as it did. I'm happy that he liked the content so much that he supported it in such a way that allowed me to play Street Fighter 6 as much as I did. Can I be honest? Yeah, him coming by every single Street Fighter 6 stream and tipping allowed me to play it as much as I did. All right, without his support, maybe I wouldn't have been able to commit as much time, or as much effort as I did. And by the way, not just financially, but his tips about the game actually taught me a lot about the basics when I was trying to learn them back in June. And it was a huge help trying to get on my feet and hit the ground running in this game rather than just kind of starting over. Keep in mind, I hadn't played competitive fighting games at a serious capacity for over a decade, and trying to jump into it, you know, being that far behind was a daunting task, but I did it. And now here I am. I have a Master Blanca. I'm trying to get 2 characters to master on the other console now. I'm doing really well in the game. People are enjoying my ongoing content of it. And, you know, in a major part, that's from people like GameTrekker supporting. All right? So, thank you, GameTrekker, number 1, for all of the support over the last several months, the years before that, because I knew you were always around supporting other games as well. You know, things change. And I get it. You know, no, I'm not going to be upset. I mean, my God. You know, it's completely the opposite. I'm just happy and grateful, right? That people like this come by and chill and support when they can. And if things change in time, you know, you move on, that's good as well, right? Thank you for leaving. By the way, thanks for leaving on such nice positive terms. It was really nice to have written the community a message like that so everyone knows what's going on. And obviously, I wish you all the best. And basically, the way I see it is, you know, if you can ever come back, you're more than welcome. But hey, man, I get it. And if you know, sadly, if you move on and this is it, well, thanks for the memories, and thanks for chilling on all the awesome streams you were on, and thanks for being a great positive influence here on DSP Gaming and on DSP Reacts as well. Wish you the best, man. All right. Now, just before idiots started going crazy because he tipped me $150 with those messages. Okay. So rather than people, oh, he tipped. Oh, where's the hat? Where's the vest? Oh, where's the glasses? The glasses, Phil. Instead, I wanted to fucking read the messages and let's talk about them and let them sink in first before we start freaking out about a contribution like some people do. Okay?